My girlfriend said, I'm allergic to cheap dates. Step up or step aside. I replied, stepping aside. Then I took myself on every expensive date she ever mentioned. Her seeing my Instagram stories from Michelin star restaurants. Original post. I, 32 male, am, or rather was, a planner. I work in data analytics. Spreadsheets are my love language. For the past 3 years, I've been dating Alara, 29. Alara is not a planner. She's an in-the-moment person, which I thought was a good balance. I'm the roots, she's the leaves. Cute, right? My big plan for the last 18 months was saving. I landed a massive project at work, and the resulting bonus, combined with some stock options vesting, was significant. We're talking just shy of $50,000 post-tax. I didn't tell her the exact amount, just that the project paid off, and I wanted to put toward a down payment on a condo for us. The us part was important. I was thinking 10-year plan. She was thinking 10-minute plan. Last Tuesday, I decided to celebrate. I just moved the bonus money from my checking to a high-yield savings account, and I felt accomplished. Me text, hey, good news landed. Let's celebrate tonight. Reservation at Johnny's at 8. Johnny's is our spot. Great carbonara, cozy, maybe $150 for a full meal with wine. We've had birthdays there. Anniversaries. It's our place. Her reply came back almost instantly. Alara, text Johnny's? Again? Leo, seriously? Me text what? You love Johnny's. What's wrong? Alara, text, it's cheap. I heard you got your project money. When are you going to stop saving life and start living it? I sent you my Pinterest board. It's not that hard. Ah, the Pinterest board. I thought it was a someday fantasy. It was a list of every Michelin-starred restaurant in a 100-mile radius, rooftop bars where cocktails have ingredients I can't pronounce, and experiences that cost 4 figures. I called her. Alara, what's this about? I'm saving that money for a house. For us. A house is boring, Leo. It's a spreadsheet. I want to go to L'Orangerie. I want to go to that new place, Aperture, with a 12-course tasting menu. I want to live. I've spent 3 years watching you pinch pennies. You have money now. Use it. I was just quiet. I could hear her breathing on the other end, all huffy and impatient. Leo, are you listening? I'm just saying, I deserve to be with someone who values experiences. I'm allergic to cheap dates. You need to step up or step aside. I looked at my spreadsheet, the one titled Future Condo Down Payment. I highlighted the cell with the $50,000 in it, and then I just deleted the title. You're right, I said. My voice was weirdly calm. Her tone brightened immediately. Finally, okay, so L'Orangerie? Can you get a table for 9? No, I said. I mean, you're right. I should step aside. The silence on her end was incredible. What? What did you just say? You're breaking up with me? Because I want to go to a nice restaurant? That's insane, Leo. No, Alara. You gave me an ultimatum. You told me to be your personal bank account or get lost. I'm getting lost. I'm stepping aside. Have a good night. Leo, you can't be serious. You're throwing away 3 years over dinner. You're the one who just put a price tag on our relationship, Alara. Not me. Turns out, it's a 12-course tasting menu. I can't afford it. Goodbye. I hung up. My phone immediately lit up. Alara, you're a coward. Alara, fine. I was too good for you anyway. Alara, you'll regret this when you're 40 and alone with your spreadsheets. I stared at the phone. The hurt was there, a dull ache behind my ribs. 3 years. But the main feeling? Relief. Like I'd just been carrying a very expensive, very demanding backpack and finally set it down. So I opened my laptop. I pulled up her Pinterest board, and I went to the reservation page for L'Orangerie. Reservation for Leo, my last name. Party size, 1. Date, tonight, 9 p.m. I put on my best shirt. I got in my sensible paid-off car. I sat at that table alone. It was weird for about 10 minutes. Then the amuse-bouche came. It was art. I took a picture, just a simple, top-down shot of the tiny, perfect bite of food. I posted it to my Instagram story. I added the location tag, L'Orangerie. No caption. My phone started buzzing before the first course arrived. Friends. Dude. Baller. And then Alara. Alara, very funny. You made your point. Are you coming to get me or not? I'm already dressed. I looked at the text. I looked at the sommelier pouring me a glass of Sancerre. Me? This isn't a joke, Alara. I'm enjoying my dinner. I truly hope you have a good night. Alara. You're eating there? Without me. Alara. You're doing this just to spite me. Alara. You're a sociopath, Leo. That was our money. I sipped my wine. It was perfect. I replied with one last text. It was my bonus. And now it's my dinner. Per your request, I'm stepping aside. Please lose my number. Then I blocked her. The second course was a scallop ceviche that just about made me believe in a higher power. I ordered the full wine pairing. Update 1 week later. So, after l'Orangerie, I decided to keep going. I'd saved all this cash for a future that apparently included a mandatory lavish lifestyle line item. Why not sample that lifestyle for myself and see what I was supposedly missing? My week. Wednesday, went to that rooftop bar Aperture, the one she was obsessed with. The $40 cocktail? It was called the Gilded Cloud and involved smoke in a little glass box. It tasted fine, kind of like expensive gin. I posted a story of me cheers NG the skyline. Party of one. Friday, I bought a new suit. Not off the rack. I went to a proper bespoke tailor. Getting measured for something that's just for you is a different kind of feeling. I posted a pic of the fabric swatches. Decisions. Saturday, I went to Le Couteau d'Argent. The big one. The 3-star legend. This one I was excited about. I've been blocked on Alara's phone for a week, but I guess I forgot about social media. I was enjoying my Sancerre so much at l'Orangerie, I only blocked her number. My IG was still public. Rookie mistake. The other mistake? I'd posted a story on Friday of the Le Couteau d'Argent cookbook with a caption, doing my homework for the big day. I'm an analyst. I like to be prepared. Alara is also an analyst, just of a different kind. She analyzed my post and knew exactly where I'd be and when. I show up at Le Couteau d'Argent. I'm in my old best suit. The new one isn't ready. I'm nervous. This place is the real deal. I walk up to the maitre d'. Reservation for Leo, my last name. Party of one. The maitre d', a guy who looks like he was born wearing a tuxedo, gives me a strained smile. Ah, yes, mister, my last name. Your guest is already seated. My guest. I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. The reservation is for one. She was very insistent, sir. She said she was your partner and was surprising you. My blood went cold. Oh no. I walk into the dining room. It's all muted golds and dark woods. And there, at the best table in the house, is Alara. She's wearing a backless red dress I've never seen. Full hair and makeup. She looks like a movie star. She sees me, and her face breaks into this triumphant, dazzling smile. Surprise, baby, she says, loud enough for the tables around us to hear. I forgive you. We can talk about it over champagne. I already ordered a bottle of the Veuve. I just stood there. The sheer, unmitigated gall. She didn't look sorry. She looked like she'd just won. The maitre d' is hovering. The entire room is pretending not to watch. I took a deep breath. Alara, what are you doing here? What do you mean? She laughs, that high-pitched tinkling laugh she uses. I'm saving you from yourself. You can't just break up with me and then go on all our dates. It's tacky. Now sit down. You're making a scene. This was the moment. The pivot point. I turned to the maitre d'. My voice was low and very, very calm. Excuse me. There has been a profound misunderstanding. This person is not my guest. She's my ex-girlfriend. She's crashing my reservation. Alara's smile froze. Leo, stop it. You're embarrassing me. No, Alara. You're embarrassing yourself. The reservation for Leo, my last name, is for one. I am here. You were not invited. The maitre d' looked relieved, I'd said at first. Ma'am, I'm afraid if you are not part of the reservation, I must ask you to leave. This is insane, she hissed, her voice dropping. He booked this for me. He's just being a child. Tell him, Leo. Tell him you're just being dramatic. I'm not. I'm here to have dinner. Alone. Please leave, Alara. You're making this worse. 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 She stood up. You're a monster, Leo. A cold, selfish, spreadsheet-loving monster. You're probably just going to document the meal, aren't you? You're not even going to enjoy it. Two very large gentlemen in suits, who I assume are security, materialized. They didn't touch her. They just stood near her. "Ma'am, this way, please." She grabbed her tiny, useless purse. She looked at me, and the mask of the beautiful, forgiving girlfriend melted. Underneath was just pure, distilled rage. "This isn't over," she spat. "You're a pathetic, petty little man, and you'll always be alone." She stormed out. The entire dining room was silent for about 3 seconds, and then the gentle buzz of conversation resumed. I sat down at the table. I won't lie, my hands were shaking. "That was awful." The maitre d' glided over. "My deepest apologies, Mr. My last name. That was regrettable. Please allow us." A moment later, a waiter appeared with a single, perfect flute of champagne. "The view you mentioned, sir," the maitre d' said with a tiny smile. "On the house. To new beginnings." I picked up the glass. "Thank you. I think I'll need it." Halfway through the meal, I unblocked her on one platform. Instagram. Just long enough to post my next story. It was a picture of my champagne flute. Caption, "To new beginnings," and dodging bullets. Then I reblocked her, and blocked her friend, Maya, who had suddenly started watching all my stories, and her sister, and her mom. The rest of the meal was, hands down, the best food I have ever eaten in my life, and I enjoyed every single bite. Final update, 2 months later. The tour de bougie is officially over. It was enlightening. I spent about $12,000 of the bonus. I have a fantastic new suit, a much better understanding of French wine, and a great story about getting an ex-girlfriend escorted out of a 3-star Michelin restaurant. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. The food, not the drama. After the Lou Couteau d'Argent incident, I went dark on social media. I enjoyed the rest of my dates in private. I started putting the rest of the bonus money into my investment portfolio. The future condo fund was now the Leo's Awesome Future, no co-signers required fund. I assumed the drama was over. I was wrong. About a month ago, a certified letter shows up. I'm being sued by Alara in small claims court. I'll give you a moment to absorb the sheer weapons-grade audacity. She was suing me for $8,000. For what, you ask? I'll quote from the filing: "Recovery of shared emotional and financial investments and compensation for intellectual property, culinary and lifestyle planning." She was literally suing me for the ideas on her Pinterest board. She claimed her emotional labor in our relationship and her curation of the date list constituted a partnership. She argued that my bonus was a shared asset. It wasn't. And that by spending it on her ideas without her, I had caused her emotional distress and public humiliation and owed her for the value of the experiences stolen. I had to sit down. I laughed for about 5 minutes. Then I got angry. This was a whole new level of entitlement. This wasn't just a scene in a restaurant. This was a legal filing. This was harassment. I'm a data guy, not a lawyer. I knew this was ridiculous, but I wasn't going to court alone. This is the real-world part, folks. I had to hire a lawyer, Ms. Alvarez, just for a consultation and to represent me. That cost me $2,000. My fun was suddenly getting expensive and very, very not fun. Ms. Alvarez, thankfully, loved my case. She called it the case of the Pinner restitution and looked happier than I'd ever seen a lawyer look. We show up at small claims court last week. I'm in my bespoke suit. It's dark navy, fits like a glove. I look and feel like $1,000,000, or at least the $40,000 I still had in my investment account. Alara is there. She's not in a red dress. She's in a drab gray pantsuit. Hair in a severe bun. No makeup. She looks like she's attending a funeral. Her friend Maya is with her as a witness. The judge, Judge Evans, is a sharp woman in her 60s who looks like she's heard every lie in the book. Judge Evans, Case 204B, Alara's last name, my last name. Ms. Alara's last name. You are claiming $8,000 for stolen experiences. Please explain to the court what that means. Alara stands up. She gets teary. It's impressive, really. Alara, Your Honor, Leo and I were together for 3 years. We were planning our life. A house, a marriage. I spent years investing in him, in us. I managed our entire social life. I I curated our dreams. She actually said curated our dreams. Alara, he got a large bonus from his job. Our bonus. Money that I helped him earn through my constant support. And then he callously broke my heart. And to hurt me, to humiliate me, he took my list, my plans, and he spent all our money on himself. He posted it all over the internet. He went to L'Orangerie. He went to Luke Couteau d'Argent. Those are my places. He stole my dreams and ate them. She's full-on crying now. Maya handed her tissue. Judge Evans is just staring. She hasn't blinked. Judge, Ms. Alara's last name. Were you married? Alara, sniffling no, but we were. Judge, did you have a joint bank account where this bonus was deposited? Alara, no. He kept his money separate. He was controlling like that. Judge, did you have a written business contract with Mr., my last name, stating that your curation services will be compensated? Alara, that's no. It was a relationship. Judge, I see. Ms. Alvarez, my lawyer stands up. She's practically vibrating with polite, professional rage. Ms. Alvarez, Your Honor, this is a textbook frivolous lawsuit. My client received a bonus from his employer, deposited into his personal bank account. The relationship ended, and he, as a single man, chose to spend his money. Judge, what about the end of the relationship? Mr., my last name, why did you break up? I stood up. Your Honor, I ended the relationship after Ms. Alara's last name gave me an ultimatum. I suggested we celebrate my bonus at our favorite restaurant. She refused, and I quote, I'm allergic to cheap dates. Step up or step aside. So I stepped aside. The courtroom was dead silent. Ms. Alvarez, we have the text messages, Your Honor. She submitted the printout of the text. The judge put on her glasses and read it. Her expression didn't change, but her eyebrow went up. Ms. Alvarez. My client then chose to step up for himself. In response, Ms. Alara's last name has harassed him, culminating in an incident where she stalked him to a restaurant, crashed his private reservation, and had to be removed by security, which we have a formal report from the restaurant's management. Alara's head snapped up. She looked mortified. She clearly didn't think that part would come up. Judge Evans took her glasses off. She looked at Alara. Judge, Ms. Alara's last name. You're not entitled to your ex-boyfriend's income. Curating a Pinterest board is not a job. Providing emotional support in a dating relationship is not a billable service. You demanded he spend his money on you, and he broke up with you. That is not illegal. That is a consequence. Judge, what is a waste of this court's time is this performance. Case dismissed. With prejudice. And Ms. Alara's last name, you will be paying Mr., my last name, as legal fees for this action. That will be $2,000. Judgment entered for the defendant. Next case. Gavel. Alara just crumpled. Maya was holding her up. I walked out. Ms. Alvarez was right behind me. In the hallway, Alara came storming out. The tears were gone. Alara, I have to pay you. You humiliated me. You did this to me. I just finished adjusting my suit cuff. No, Alara, I didn't do anything to you. I did things for me. You sued me. You have to pay my lawyer. There's a difference. I smiled. Consider it the most expensive date you'll ever have. And you didn't even get a meal out of it. I walked away. I haven't heard a word since. The check for $2,000 from her parents, I recognized the return address, arrived last week. I put it right back into the Leo's Awesome Future Fund. Last night, I made myself a perfect, medium-rare steak at home. I posted one last picture on my story. It wasn't food. It was a screenshot of my investment account showing the new deposit. Caption, the tour de bougie was fun, but investing in myself is the best experience I've had all year. Hashtag stepped aside, hashtag stepped up, hashtag future, hashtag planning. I've heard through the grapevine she's dating some guy who leases a Maserati and still lives with his parents. I wish them both the best. They seem